All right, we're back with part 2 of this broadcast, this segment dedicated to new agents. All right, this is Reynard, Boyce, the Big Money Mortgage Banker, the owner of Temple Mortgage, talking to new agents and some not so new. And what we're talking about today is your split. How much of the bag do you want to keep? How much of that 3% that's on the table do you feel is justifiably yours? I've got Philip, my assistant. He's also a new agent. And before I let some greedy broker get his or her hands on him, I'm trying to give him the game. So just like Jay-Z said, I'm going to give you the game. $1 million worth for $9.99. I'm spitting nuggets. And the reason Jay-Z said that, because if you just listen and take the words, the Bible says for a young man to listen, wisdom personified as a woman says, attend yourself, attend your ear, because she will add value to your life. Do you know how many pitfalls I have avoided by listening to my mother, listening to my grandmother, listening to my elders, listening to people who have gone before me, watching the mistakes of others? I listen by watching and not doing that same dumb stuff. Listening. And that's the problem we have with generation. It was a GX. Which one is this one?
Millennials.
Yeah, is that in whatever it is? G something, whatever. It's that many of our young people are not listening. But some of the reason they're not listening and giving them some justification is because we're setting bad examples. So let's continue with how much of the bag is yours. So we talked about, or we spoke of the fact that you spent money, you've got to spend money to make money, the clothes, the marketing, the advertising, the Facebook, the TikToks. See, nobody pays you for all that. See, when you're talking about real estate or mortgage banking and you're using social media, that's your ingenuity. That's your ingenuity, unless you hire a social media manager. But that's still not something that the broker is going to absorb, not a cost. And that's something they provide. And when they do say they provide social media marketing, it's not typically to this degree or beyond. So if they are going to write the contracts, or not write the contracts, teach you how to write a contract, they have the back office, then when we left off, the question is that worth them taking, there'll be 35%. If the commission is $6,000, we're saying if they took a 65%, which would make them have a 35% split, is that worth it? So if you're walking with $3,900 to $4,000 out of $6,000, Philip just stated it might be worth it. It could be. He could live with it. And I agree with him. Depending on the level of expertise. And if you're brand spanking new and you need somebody to hold you by the hand, well, going to school is costly. It does cost money to go to school. Now the question is, how long do you intend to stay in the same classroom? And when you start growing, and see, that's the same thing if you look at the music industry and artists. See, they came in new. We gave you this contract. We spent our time on you with the business, with the industry. And then once you blow up, you're saying, well, wait a minute, I want more of my money. And they're like, no, we like it was. And that's the same thing that these brokers are going to say to you. Why wouldn't I want to keep taking a third if they're getting 35%? That's a third like a lawyer charges. Why wouldn't they want to continue to get a third of your money? And that's the question today. And at a point in time, it does become like you're being pimped. Part 3 coming up next.